the 49ers apparently want 2 first-round picks for Deebo Samuel, according to Sports Illustrated's Albert Breer. What do you think of this report? To me, it feels like posturing.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's like they want a first round pick for Jimmy Garoppolo. Look, like when a safety like Jamal Adams, even though he was also a first team All Pro, goes for a first two first, you think you got a chance, but really, I don't think Deebo Samuel will go for two first. I mean, Tyreek Hill went for 5 picks, but it was still only one first.
And it was a late first,
I
a
Yeah, and
very late first.
Devontae Adams also went for a bit of a later first. I do
Yes.
think the Deebo Samuel deal might be a little bit bigger than them. Like, for example, the Stephon Diggs deal was in the same offseason, in fact, the same day as the DeAndre Hopkins deal, but it
Also,
was
you mentioned Jamal Adams. You mentioned Jamal Adams. He went for 2
right,
first. The first one was a late first, and the Seahawks thought they were going to be great. They thought they were both going to be
right,
late first. They
right,
really, but
right.
anyway, that's what they were thinking. Not,
I
I
mean,
mean,
it was a mid
you're not going to
first.
get the 10 and I just don't think you're going to get like the 4 and 10 from the Jets. Like that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So
Um,
sorry, go ahead.
No, you're right. You're right. I don't think they are either. I think it's good to ask for it, but I don't think the Deebo Samuel deal would end up being that, given that the team who also trades for him has to pay him. And that's another element in why you might give up a little bit less because you do have to pay him the money. I don't. I think two firsts is where you should start the conversation. But again, like it's probably open to negotiation. They're not as desperate today, but come Thursday, I think they will be a little bit more desperate because again, the value of a 2022 draft pick is much higher than the 2023 draft pick, right? Because you know the positioning of the first. The 10th overall pick in 2022 is higher than the two firsts probably in 23 and a second in 23 and another second this year just because you know where that pick is and it's a top 10 pick. It's as valuable as a lot of things in the sport. It's one of the more valuable things in the sport, in fact. So from that standpoint, I do think that it's a good place to start. I understand why they're starting there, right? With Jamal Adams and all of that, like Khalil Mack, Jalen Ramsey, all these other star players. Two first seems to be their number. But I mean, the receiver deals are different, right? Beckham didn't go for two first. Hill didn't go for two first. Diggs didn't go for two first. Adams didn't go for two first. I don't expect Deebo to go for two first.
Only way they're getting 2 firsts for Deebo is if it's like late first. If it's a team like Green Bay trades their first this year and first next year, or Kansas City has
Uh
2
huh.
late firsts this year, or Dallas decides like, look, we got 24 this year with Deebo, we'll be a great team like that. Even then, I don't see it happening. I
Yeah.
think hopefully the Niners are just posturing and they'll settle for 1 first round pick and
Yeah.
they'll move on from this mess and just get rid of this entire distraction. But another part of me feels like they're not like Breer's serious. John Lynch isn't messing around, and the Niners are. This is what they do. They don't listen to what the market says a guy's worth. They just say 2 first
We
round
think
picks.
he's worth
We
this.
think he's
Yeah.
worth this, and that's
Yeah.
it. And we're just gonna hold on to him until we get it.
Right.
And that's exactly what they're doing with Jimmy. And I think it's
Right.
a bad way to do business.
The Buckner deal got done right so quickly because they gave pick 13, which if you think about it, well, that's only one first. Well, no, because pick 13 is actually as valuable as, two late firsts in terms of the value chart.
It's
Yeah,
essentially what Tyreek Hill went for. It's the same thing. You
exactly.
add up all
It's
those picks, it's
exactly
like
right.
13. Yeah.
If you
Yep.
add it in terms of points in the value chart, it's really close.
Like
And from
frankly,
that
that's what
standpoint,
Deebo's worth.
yeah, pick 10.
According to the market. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if they were offering pick 10, it's probably the best
But
thing you're going to
Vic,
get. It's a top
can
10
you
pick.
can you explain to me the logic of the Niners saying, "Look, Deebo, you're essentially not I don't care what the market says. You're not really worth more than 21, 22 million dollars because you have injuries in your past. You're not that proven. Only have one unit drops, all that stuff. You're only worth 21, 22. But if we're trading you, 2 first round picks. How
Yeah, I
does that
mean, yeah.
where's the logic there?
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I
It
mean,
makes
it's the
sense.
same thing with Jimmy Garoppolo, right? Well, Jimmy Garoppolo's worth a first round pick last offseason when we traded 3 first round picks to get a quarterback. And then Jimmy Garoppolo, is worth, I think the value they reported value was 2 twos this offseason. But why is he worth, if he's worth 2 second round picks, then why are you trading up 3 firsts to get a quarterback? You
Yeah,
have a
and from the Jets
valuable
perspective,
commodity.
it's like if you don't want to give Deebo Samuel Tyreek Hill money, why do we have to trade more than the Dolphins did for Tyreek Hill to get Deebo? I mean, be consistent here.
Yeah,
He's either
no,
better than
I
Tyreek
do
or he's
agree with
not.
that. I do agree with that. I think the biggest issue is a lot of these things we don't get the utmost clarity from the
Yeah.
49ers, but sometimes I'm going to be honest, it feels like they insult not just our intelligence,
Yeah,
but the
everyone.
intelligence of just about everybody.
Everyone's. We love Jimmy. No, you don't. You traded for Trey Lance. No, no, no. We love Jimmy.
It sends a
We
clear
love Jimmy.
message, right? It sends a clear message.
Yeah. Okay, so I hope you get those 2 first-round picks. We'll see what happens. Daniel says Kittle did the training camps in Nashville during COVID. That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Is that where Deebo broke his foot?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They all met up in the East Coast to go play together. With Jimmy Garoppolo flew down
That's
there and
right.
all of that, and
Camp Jimmy.
Debo got COVID and broke his foot. It
That's
was
right.
the
It
twofold.
was a double whammy.
Yeah, but Kittle's always had he works out in his home gym. He's got that massive home gym he built. He has a few 49ers players that work out with him. They all have their own place where they work out and get
He's probably
themselves
still
ready
chilling
for
with
the
Trent
season.
Taylor and
Yeah.
CJ Beathard
Yeah.
all off season. I'm
No,
at
but Ross Dwelly. No, but
no,
the
he's in
point
San
is,
Diego.
oh, okay, okay. Well, he's worked out there if I remember correctly
Yeah, I'm
before.
sure.
But the point is that they all have their spot. The thing with Kittle, Bosa, Debo that's been consistent is that all three of them are professional. They show up in season in shape and ready to go.
True. Ahmed says, why don't you guys put camera on manual focus, not auto? It's a Logitech webcam. I don't know. I'll give it a shot. I don't even know how to. I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
how to
I don't
use
even know what
any
that
of the
is. Yeah.
technologies that I own. Just
Oh,
swear
how are you using your computer right now?
poorly. So I recently thought something was wrong with my car because like the little side things don't like twist in and out anymore when you lock the car. So I was gonna take it in and I realized I just had like a button pressed. I was like, oh, I don't know how to use my own car.
You're a true English major, Grant.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, like why do I even have this? LA Blue 49 says trade Deebo and our 61 to the Jets for 10 and 38 this year. See, that's how you get 10 and 38. You got to throw in 61. Maybe it's worth it. That's how you
Yeah,
get 38 right there. Second and
yeah,
third for next year. Oh, he added more to it. I don't know about that, but yeah, I mean the Niners could be Deebo in a pick. And actually,
yeah.
um, let's talk about it in a second. Are we becoming a farm team for the league?
What does that mean?
A farm team for the league? It's a baseball term. It's like basically a minor league team. Like you
Oh,
like
they
the A's are
develop
a farm
players
team
and okay,
essentially for the
okay, okay,
Yankees. When
okay.
I was a kid, like
Okay, I understand that totally because I'm
you
a
develop a
Detroit
player, you
Pistons
can't
fan.
pay him, and then he goes to the Yankees to get paid. Like, great. Well, it was fun rooting for him.
I'm a Detroit Pistons fan. It's not the exact same thing, but you see Bruce Brown balling out in the playoffs. That's a
Dude,
Piston
Debo's
product.
treating the Niners like they're the Pistons right now. He's like,
Hey, 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 chill. We won
or
three
like the Sacramento
championships.
Kings.
Okay, there you go.